Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jeremy. I want to do a video today because I got a question on Instagram about what it's like to prepare as a keys player for services for corporate worship settings, and I wanted to take just a quick minute or like 5 or 6 or 7 to explain that. A lot of people know me in the production world of just making songs and producing beats or writing my own music, but in reality I spend actually most of my time playing keys for the International House of Prayer in Kansas City, about 200 yards that way. And I wanted to take the opportunity to kind of give you a little bit of an inside track as to what it's like to prepare as a keys player for a service, for a corporate worship setting. And what I mean by that is I play in 2 different types of settings. The first is the prayer room, the actual prayer room in Kansas City, and then I actually play at services with the same team where it's more of like a church setting where there's a teaching that'll happen, but before that there's a worship time for about 30 minutes and we play during that. But I wanted to give a little bit of an explanation of what it's like to prepare for something like that. Part of that preparation is the night before. So the worship team that I'm on, Team Meek, practices on Thursday nights, and we often prepare for our sets, whether it's a prayer room setting or a corporate worship setting in these practices. It's a really good opportunity for us to iron out some of the wrinkles that the band has and grow, in a more general sense, and those practices definitely help us be more unified in every playing opportunity. Now, in this instance, our team has decided to learn and discuss an arrangement of a song that's Move Your Heart by Upper Room, and we'll often take some time to listen to the song together and discuss how we want to approach the arrangement with the whole band. This particular week, our band consisted of our associate leader, Michael, Eddie and Nick, our electric guitarists, Boren on the drums, Caleb on the bass, our worship leader Andrew, and last but not least, me on the keys. We'll spend a few minutes talking through the specifics of the arrangement and our responsibilities within the song. For myself, I need to listen to the keys and atmospheric sections of the song and make an Ableton scene according to the technicals like tempo, time signature, and key. So I'm going to head over to Multitracks.com. Ah yes, Multitracks.com, the worship band's fever dream of knowledge. I'm going to do a few things on there like search for the tempo and other specifics about the song and then input those details into the scene. I'll also upload a chart for our band so that we're all reading off the same sheet music to learn this arrangement. Once the band has had the opportunity to discuss all of this, we'll take all of that info home and prepare, practice, and rehearse our own parts. For me, this looks like sound creation. So I've soloed out the keys parts and decided to put my own spin on the atmospheric effects on the track and the keys parts of the track. I'll take some time to craft a sound, and for this I'm going to use Cycles by Slate & Nash. I have a video and I'll put it in the top right hand corner covering Cycles if you're interested in more content about it. I'll come up with a few different options and I'll take all those into consideration when we rehearse before the set later. And now, the service. So our team is slotted to play the Friday night Encounter God service at Foreigner Church, and IHOP has a staff service beforehand, so we'll attend that service and then directly after we'll begin the setup and sound check processes. I'll set up my rig, and all of that starts with plugging in my SSD hard drive from SanDisk, 500 gigabyte, which feeds into Ableton, that's my DAW, and then outward from the MacBook, we have a powered USB hub so that my poor USB slots don't have to suffer wear and tear. Those USB hubs connect to the Akai MIDI controller that I use, as well as my PreSonus Studio 1810 interface, which has 2/4 inch stereo outputs and a mono click track output, as well as a MIDI insert from the Yamaha CP300. Once I've got everything connected, I'll import all of the sounds that I created on my own time into the project file and set up the individual scenes per Andrew's set list for the evening, which consists of Closer and Move Your Heart in A, and Paid It All and Alabaster Box in F. Can't forget the in-ears. I'm using KZAS12s and will connect to the Roland M48 personal mixer, or we call it the RSS. Nick, our sound guy, will then run us through a sound check and we'll test out and rehearse our songs before the set. I'll make sure there's no technical issues with my controllers and anything like that. And then we'll check the levels for the set. And then So guys, I hope that helped give you a little bit of an insight into what it's like to prepare for a corporate worship setting, and a little bit into my process of how I create sounds and craft sounds, and a little bit of my take on practicing and how to realistically prepare and set your scene up for a worship service. Anyways guys, I hope that was enjoyable for you. Leave a comment down below if you have questions and I'll be sure to answer them, and then like, subscribe, bell, so that you know every time I post a video and whatnot, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.